Today we're relaxing by the lake with Rick, a QHS member whose life journey is as refreshing and inspiring as a day spent by the water. But what currents guided him to where he is today? Let's take a peaceful stroll through his story and see what's been happening behind the scenes.
Hi, my name's Rick. This is my prequel for the QHS system. Let's see, start my background. Currently, I'm 65 years old. I was born in the Midwest. I had great parents. I had a younger brother. I had a good childhood. My dad was actually transferred to Germany back in when I was in second grade, I guess. We lived all over Germany. My parents liked to travel, so when they took us with them, we learned to love traveling. Basically, I went through grade school and middle school, high school in Germany, the International School of Hamburg. That was a great upbringing, a lot of experience with kids from all over the world, so it was really a good way to grow up, I thought. After high school, I moved to Michigan, went to University of Michigan, got a bachelor's degree in aerospace engineering, and later on I got a master's degree at Colorado Tech University, like 20 years later. I had basically a 30-year career in the aerospace industry, primarily doing software engineering. I was a coder, I did a chief engineer, I was a program manager, engineering manager, a whole variety of different jobs I had, and moving around the country. Also, I was in Colorado, San Diego for a long time, ending up in Northern Virginia before I finally retired. During that time, I got married, had two beautiful daughters, and eventually got pretty amicably divorced in about 19 years later, at about age 48. So I retired from the aerospace industry at age 51. And after that, I went traveling around the country in an RV with a motorcycle with my girlfriend at the time. So we traveled for 2 years in the RV, went all over the place. It was a lot of fun. And we ended up in Tennessee. And when we got to Tennessee, we decided this was the place for us. We're gonna settle down here. So we got a beautiful home by the lake, and we've been here ever since. I married her a few years later, and at my age, I was 55. She has a son as well, so we have a pretty good sized family. My major hobbies and activities are obviously motorcycling. I'm an avid home brewer. I like playing bass guitar, skiing once upon a time, boating, and still like to travel around a lot. So that's basically my background. Physically, I was diagnosed with diabetes at about age 37. And I basically managed it pretty well with metformin and other medications for the next 10 years or so. At which point I got pretty obsessed with exercising. I became quite the gym rat. I was working out with heavy weights 2 to 3 hours a day, 5 days a week. And I got into very good physical condition. And at the same time, my blood sugar became very controlled and without any medications whatsoever. So I was in very good shape at that point. And that continued for, the next 5 years or so until I retired at 51, and then went RVing, and it was a lot more difficult to hit the gym and to exercise the way I had been used to. So my blood sugar began to creep up again. Now my wife is very food conscious, and she helped me do a lot better in terms of the kind of foods that I would eat and the diet that I had. We did a lot of homegrown foods. She has a beautiful garden. We have chickens with eggs, so we have all that. And being in Tennessee, we can go to the farmers and get meat straight from the farm, not from the grocery store. And I think our diet is actually quite good. However, my exercise has not improved at all. I mean, my weight's still pretty good. I mean, we can always lose a few pounds, right? But I'm in pretty good shape as far as my weight goes. But my blood sugar continues to creep up despite all my dietary efforts. I'm just for the record, become extremely pharmaceutical adverse. I don't trust our medical industry even a little bit. And so I've been trying to control my blood sugar through other means. I've looked into, Rife machine, Bob Beck machines, Edgar Casey methods, all kinds of alternative methods like that with, I'd say, very limited success. And as time's gone by, I'm experiencing a whole growing list of external symptoms, which I personally think all trace back to, high blood sugar levels. Those symptoms include extreme fatigue. I'm always tired. I have very low energy, very low motivation. I feel very weak a lot, which is not who I am, really. I have neuropathy in the legs for the last couple years, in my feet, and lately it's been creeping into my hands as well, so that's not a good sign. My balance is way off. I have no real good balance anymore. And just recently I've started getting some floaters in my left eye, so my eyesight's not doing what it should either. Now, as far as the QT system, I found out about that maybe a year ago or so. And I had the original black device, which I felt made some improvements. And currently I'm on the two of the white devices. I think they're V6 or whatever your version numbers are. But I'm not sure I feel a lot of improvement. What I think I notice is that the growth of those symptoms has been slowed. So the neuropathy in my leg, my feet is still there, but it seems to push down the neuropathy. Sometimes it's only in my ankles, not up to my knees at all. So I feel there's benefit there, but I'm a little disappointed, and it's not really curing me at all. So, but I continue to use them. I wear them all the time, and I think they are helping slow down the increase of bad symptoms, if you will. So, I'm anxiously awaiting my V9 because it sounds like it may do what I'm looking for, and that is to cure me of the diabetes and the high blood sugar. And by doing that, I think a lot of the other symptoms will go away, and I'll be able to regain my energy and my motivation, and hopefully with that, I can get back to exercising the way I like to when I have energy, and back to having a much more active life. I mean, we still like to travel a bit, but it's I'm walking like an old man now, and it's not fun. So that's kind of my story. I hope that these new devices are delivered pretty soon. We got the HHS, and my wife and I each got a V9 on the way, I hope. So looking forward to seeing if those work as advertised. So thank you very much, and I will email this off. Thanks.
Join us on the Prequel, where every story matters and every voice is heard. Because here at QHS, we're all about healing, learning, and growing together.